Hello, everyone. Welcome to our high school virtual open house. I'm so glad that you can make it, and I hope that we can provide you with the information you need. So I'm Goldie McElwain, the Marketing and Enrollment Director here at PCS, and I've been sharing the school in the community and online every opportunity that I get, and I'm excited to see the growth in enrollment and where we're going in the future. Joining me tonight, we have our head administrator, Jamie Kaboka, and our principal, Mary Barnes. If you have any questions during the presentation, just type them in the chat and we'll make time to get to them later. So for the next slide, you'll hear from Mary.
Thanks, Goldie. As Goldie said, I'm Mary Barnes. I'm the principal here. And what you're looking at here are on the right side is actually the view out the back of our school. And it's one of my favorite things about the school because it's, as you can see, so beautiful. In every season, it's beautiful. So we're looking here out like around the playground and down to our soccer field there. And then you're seeing Lake Arthur in the distance. So we're real close to Moraine State Park, which is nice. And on the left side is part of the front of our school, and then you can see one of our buses. And actually, we have our own bus fleet, which is a little bit unique for a school like us. We have lots of buses that bus to many districts, and the students are riding our buses with our bus drivers and our students. And so they're not needing to take a public school bus or to ride with other kids from other schools, which a lot of our parents really appreciate about us. So in our next slide, speaking of busing, we're going to be talking about where we're located, because maybe you're not familiar with Portersville and where we're located. So we are 1 mile off of Interstate 79 in Portersville, and you can see the map there where we're located. And then the stars that are kind of populating the map are some of the districts from which we draw students. We have over 15 districts that we get students from, and you can see the list there. And obviously, some of the closer districts we have more students from, but we have just students from like Laurel and Newcastle and Wilmington and Knox and Pine Richland also. So some of the schools are a little bit further away. And honestly, we're really not that far from a lot of places. We're about 20 minutes from Cranberry, 20 minutes from Butler and Elwood, and 10 minutes from Zilly. So we actually are probably a lot closer than you might think. And so just another reason to come on up and check us out. So for our next slide, I'm going to turn it over to Jamie.
Thank you. So we know you're here for high school and you want to learn more about our high school program. But before we dive into the high school specifically, I just wanted to take a step back and to share our mission and our vision statement with you. As you can see, our vision, I think, sums it up very well. You know, it's our heart, it's our desire to graduate students who have a heart for God and are prepared to serve Him in every area of life. And we do this, as our mission states, as a partnership. We view this as a partnership with families, with the church. You know, we want to provide an academically excellent education, but also that distinctively Christian. You know, that's who we are, the heart of us here at Portersville Christian School. And then on the next slide, you know, why do families choose PCS? We've talked to some of our families and we've asked them what drew you to PCS or what do you love most about the school? And these were some of the answers that we hear most often. There's lots of other answers as well, but that first one though is those strong academics, being academically excellent, but with that biblical worldview. You know, we don't sacrifice one for the other. We feel academics are important, but coming at it from a biblical worldview. So our students have chapel once a week. They have a Bible class every day, but even their science and math teachers are teaching from a biblical perspective. And then our teachers are amazing. We have great teachers who work hard, who see this as a ministry. They view teaching as discipleship, and they truly do care about their students and being able to pour into their lives and to invest in them. And I think that is a huge difference. One of the greatest things about PCS. And because of you know, our size, sometimes people think that we would have to sacrifice athletics or fine arts, and that is not the case. We have a great athletic program as well as fine arts opportunities. I actually love this about our school. Our students, even if they maybe aren't the best athletes, or maybe it's not their main focus, can try new things. They can participate in athletics and fine arts. They don't have to choose just one. And so they have an opportunity to do more than they would at a public school, even though maybe some of our options are limited. So that's a great thing. We do have college prep courses and dual credit. So students come here and one of our teachers actually co-teaches kind of with BC3. And so they can earn college credit while they're getting their high school credits, which is a great opportunity for them. And then our small class sizes, and that is intentional. We try to keep our class sizes small so that our teachers can disciple and pour into, and students can get the help they need. So, yeah.
Okay, so I was able to talk with some of the high school teachers here at PCS about the things that they do in their classes and why they love this school so much. And I put all of these interviews together in a video for you guys to watch. Before we get started, I'd like to mention that during the video and the presentation, if you have any questions, put them in the chat and we'll address them after the video is over.
Hola. Bonjour. Здравствуйте. Hello. I'm Mrs. Myers and I get to teach the foreign language here at Portersville Christian School. I actually graduated from here and I loved it so much that I've been so delighted to be able to come back and teach for the last several years. For the 2021-2022 school year, the plan is to offer our usual Spanish and French classes for the high school and have the option for a Russian club as well. Typically, a student takes their language for 2 to 4 years, depending on their interest and also their schedule. The 7th grade learns a little bit of Latin and Greek roots to help them learn their English vocabulary better, and the 8th graders sometimes get to take the Intro to Foreign Language, where they learn some Spanish, French, Russian, Latin, and if they're interested, a little bit of something else like Swahili or even Xhosa, a click language from South Africa. And the elementary doesn't get totally left out either, because sometimes the upperclassmen get to teach the elementary kids. And this especially happens every year for the Tour of Nations, which is usually during Missions Week. The high schoolers from the foreign language classes come in to the elementary rooms and they teach them a variety of language and cultural topics, along with loads of fun activities. So no matter what grade or grades you're looking into, I hope to see you soon here at PCS.
Hi, I'm Mr. Thompson. I teach junior high and high school science, earth science, biology, also health. You can see I'm wearing my lab coat today because we have some interesting things going on. The 8th grade earth science class is studying minerals, so we're in the lab trying to identify mineral samples with various tests, including everyone's favorite flame test. The 10th grade biology class is dissecting frogs this week, always also a student favorite activity. In addition, I am also the school's athletic director. Athletics was a little different this year than in other years, but we were blessed to be able to successfully complete our fall and winter seasons. In the fall, we offer soccer and volleyball for junior high and high school students. And this fall, our high school soccer team participated in the championship game for the 6th straight year. In the winter, we have basketball for boys and girls in junior high and high school. And this year, all 4 of those teams made it to their championship games, with the high school boys and girls winning their championships this year. We also have archery for grades 3 through 12, and they compete in local, state, and national competitions. It's been a pleasure to kind of meet you virtually, and maybe we'll see you here in person someday.
Hi, my name is Jay Cost. I've been teaching at Portersville Christian School since 2018, so this is my third year. I teach high school social studies, so I teach 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And since I've come here, I've been working on redesigning the curriculum, and I'm almost done. Next year, the new curriculum will be completely in place. I'm really excited about it. One thing that I've done is added 2 AP courses. When I came here, Portersville didn't have any AP courses in the social studies section. So this year I'm teaching AP US Government and Politics. And next year I'm teaching AP US History. And that's going to be courses offered for academic track juniors and seniors. So I go back, teach one class one year, one class the next year. So it's a good course, it's a good opportunity. Also, another thing I really like about it as well is it gives the juniors and seniors a chance to interact with each other in ways that they often don't because they're actually taking the same course. So that's a good addition, I think. Another thing that I'm doing starting next year is offering what I'm calling advanced European history for the 10th graders, again on sort of the more academic track. It's not technically going to be an AP course because to be an AP course you have to sort of submit a syllabus to the College Board and get their approval and all that stuff. I'm not doing that, but it's going to informally be an AP course. And so my goal with it is that ultimately the really high-end students in that class, the really ambitious ones who want to take the AP European History class will be in a position to do so. But what I wanted to do that was because I felt that students need more of an opportunity to learn how to engage historical writing, nonfiction writing, to learn how to write nonfiction, and to learn how to write argumentative essays where they have a clear thesis and rally evidence and things like that before they get into the AP classes in 11th and 12th grade. So I'm going to sort of use that as kind of a launch pad for AP. And then the other big change that I've made is that it used to be at Portersville, everybody would learn civics in their junior or senior year. I've moved that down to 9th grade, which I think is a good opportunity for kids to get a solid foundation in how our government works in 9th grade, and then as we go through 10th, 11th, and 12th, we go through history and I sort of see that happen in practice. I do some other fun things too. This is mainly for my AP kids, but I might sort of expand it depending on how things go this year. But I have this Constitutional Convention role-playing game that I played my first year here with what was the junior class, the class that just graduated last year. It's the class of 2020, and I played this game where students would take on a character from the Constitutional Convention. They would adopt those characters' views, and then students had to bargain with each other and literally write a constitution. That was a fun game to play. I'm hoping to play that this year with the AP kids, and maybe in the future even expand it with the 9th graders. So that's sort of another fun way to mix things up and give them an opportunity to really appreciate that civics and history are things that actually happened in real life. They're not just words on a page of a dusty old book, but they're actually real things. So that's sort of a fun thing. The other thing I'm doing this year too, as if that's not enough, I'm also doing a yearbook. So make sure if you end up coming to Portersville, you end up buying a yearbook because we're trying to boost sales. So yeah, that's pretty much the long and short version of what I'm up to here at PCS.
Hello, I'm Rob Cummins. I'm actually an alumni of Portersville Christian School. I graduated in 1998, and I've had the privilege of teaching here at Portersville Christian School since 2015. I started in September of that year, and I've had the privilege and honor of spending most of my time with junior high kids. So 7th and 8th graders have allowed me to stay young and at the same time lose some of my hair. But we've had a good time learning about various things. Most of the classes that I teach deal with social studies. So I teach 7th grade geography, and I teach 8th grade world history, and I also teach 7th grade Bible class. So that's most of my day in a nutshell. However, I do have an outlet where I have one senior high Bible class that I get to spend time with. It's a smaller group, and we get to go through some major theological discussions, and things about how we apply the scriptures to our lives in everyday circumstances for those students. So we have a lot of fun in the classroom while we are learning. We like to laugh and we like to enjoy our time with one another. It makes the time go by quickly, but at the same time holding value in what it is that we are learning and discussing and applying to our lives. So I hope to see you here at Portersville Christian School.
My name is Ryan Wise. I have been teaching at Portersville for 9 years this year. I teach a variety of classes. In the high school, I teach Bible 10, which is focused on systematic theology. I teach Bible 11, which is a comparative worldview class. And then in Bible 12, we begin looking at making one's faith your own. What does it mean to be a Christian as we move into the world? We talk about evangelism, we talk about apologetics, and we talk about ethics and what it means to be a Christian in the world. I also teach all of the college and the high school classes that we have here. Those classes are through BC3, and students who take those classes are getting dual credits, both high school credits and college credits. And so those credits can be taken with you to whatever college you choose to go to after Portersville. In the college and the high school curriculum, I teach English 101 and 102, college introduction to writing and also research writing. I also teach a communications class, which is an intro to communications that most college freshmen need to take. And then I also do a historical introduction to philosophy and an introduction to world religions. And so it's a well-rounded college curriculum with a variety of humanities and English classes that students can again take with them as they go on to college. Along with my in-classroom duties, I also am the director of the musical every spring and part of the fine arts program, and have been doing that for a little while. And I also head up the chapel committee. It is a student-run committee. The students, for the most part, are making the decisions about high school chapel, but I help to oversee them and help make sure that those decisions are good. And I really enjoy working at PCS as for myself in a selfish way. I enjoy working at PCS because it has helped me. It has helped me to grow as a teacher, as a father, as a husband. I've learned a lot through teaching that I've been able to, that God has used to grow me as a person individually. I also love being able to see students grow in their faith, in their knowledge, in their general maturity. Part of why I love teaching older students, 10th through 12th graders, is I love to see how they begin to mature and transition from being a child to being an adult. And I love having the ability to help them through that process.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Milnes. This is my third year teaching here at PCS. I currently teach Computer Applications 1, which focuses on Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, and the Google equivalents, Computer Applications 2, which focuses on Microsoft Excel, Access, and the SQL language, as well as computer science principles. On top of this, I coordinate and help with the youth worship team for our middle school chapel services every Wednesday. I also am involved with the technology coordination at the school. Recently, we just deployed our one-to-one Chromebook integration program for high schoolers in grades 9 through 12.
Okay, so during the video, we actually had one question. They asked, Did your school have to shut down during the state mandated shutdown for COVID? And how has your school continued to respond to COVID?
Well, I can start to answer that one, and then Jimmy, you can jump in if you'd like. Last spring, like all schools, we did have to shut down with the state mandated closure. So we actually had a spring break coming up. So we kind of gave our students and teachers that week off. And then we in administration got busy planning what our remote plan would look like. And so for K through 3, we had a packet-based remote plan where parents would come and swap out packets every other week, I think. And then for 4 through 12, we created an online schedule, and we did all of our instruction through Google Classroom. And it was challenging for the teachers and for the students and families, but everyone came together, and it was really kind of nice how we were able to get through that together and finish the year successfully. And then this year, we're actually super proud of the fact that we have been open all year in person. We had a two-week period in November where the high school closed, but elementary's been here all along, and high school just except for those 2 weeks. And we've been doing what we need to do with cleaning and distancing and wearing masks, and that all has helped. We've had nurses who've been super diligent about following up with people when they were sick or if they were in quarantine. And we have had some students, we had the option of going remote. We did have a few students who chose or needed to be remote from time to time, or a few students all year, actually. So we have been able to be flexible with that. And so we've been using Google Classroom for those situations, either for temporary quarantine or just students who are out due to family situations. But yeah, it's been a challenging year, but I don't know if you have anything to add. That was just really, God's brought us through, and we're just happy to be looking towards the end of the year now.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And our teachers, again, really just stepped up and did what they needed to. Our families were amazing. And so we were able to continue last year to finish out our year and do it well. And then this year has been, it's the same thing. So.
Good question.
Nope, that was it. So the next steps. To learn more about PCS and what we're all about here and what our community culture is like, just schedule a tour and come, and we'll show you around, and you can really get a feel for what it would be like for your students. We can also put you in touch with one of our parent ambassadors so that you can talk to them and they can answer any questions you have from the PCS Warrior parents' perspective. Our application is all online, so you can begin that anytime you like. It's on our admissions page of our website. And if you have any questions about it or how to get that started, you can call our number here on the screen or email that email on the screen.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for attending our virtual open house, and we hope to see you here soon.
Absolutely. Good night.
Bye.